Good evening. My name is Wahid Lutfi. Tonight I'm going to display or demonstrate actually about 14 more commands on Windows operating system. Last time we covered 14 of them. This time we're going to do part 2 of 5, which is these 14 commands that are listed here. And I have the presentation. Let me just open this one in a presentation mode. As you can see, this PowerPoint or presentation that a PDF file that I'm opening, you're basically seeing 14 commands that I'm going to cover tonight. I'm going to go to the next page here. We have already covered the first 14 here on part 1 of 5. Tonight we're going to cover the next 14 commands, which are DOS key, driver query, echo, erase, exit, FC, which is stand for file comparison, find a string, for statement, format, F-type, GP result, help, and hostname. So as usual, I have the overview, which is telling you that you're welcome to subscribe to our channel, MyWebUniversity free education videos, where I provide you free education videos. And this PDF file will also be included in the video. In this session, you will be learning the help command on all the commands that I'm doing, as well as the usage of the commands. So that's what the goal is, to show you how to use it. The disclaimer, like before, I mentioned that most of the documentation that are coming from help desk or not touched, but I'm including my examples as well with this documentation and including my documentation here. So we're going to start with the DOS key command. DOS key basically is an old command that it just allows you to just see your keystrokes, recall Windows commands, and create macros and so on. So we're going to just demonstrate that one also on the command line. Here you can see that I'm showing some example. When you do the /?, it just gave you the example of all the options that are available. And if you just type in DOS key by itself, it will just run the DOS key setting that you can use the up arrow and down arrow keys. Here, the DOS key /history will just show your last history of commands. So this is similar to like running a history command on Linux Unix machine. So help drive query is that next command. Driver's query, we're just going to get a list of the driver query. I'm going to just quickly go through the PDF file here, so I don't have to show you the examples here, but I'm going to show you at the command line next. So I'm going to go through each of these commands, as you can see, so I can save the time, and then I will just show you the examples. But notice all the examples that are here is in the PDF file. This will be included in the description field of this video. So please make sure that you can read it and download it and practice with them, enjoy it, and get the most benefit out of it. So I will be happy that I spend my time. I'll document all this with examples and everything. And some of you guys are taking advantage of that one and benefit you. So the echo command also, I wrote a script here that I'm going to demonstrate when it comes time to the example. Because today is actually January 16, which was the Martin Luther King kind of celebration for his life. And then we just are going to discuss about that script as well. God bless him. He was a noble man. So here we're just giving you more example. So I'm on page 32, and we're just going through all these examples that you can see the for statement, for example, with examples, and then the syntax, the format. And the format, the example is a little bit tougher to just practice nowadays with demo and everything, because nobody uses to format A drive or C drive anymore. But you can use partition and table and then other ones to just do it. And then here some of the commands that I'm just showing you. I show you detailed examples, but then because of the security reasons, I don't give the output of every command that I run on the system. And then for those ones, you have to do it on your system and practice it. The last page is just page 48 here. I'm just basically showing the table again. So tonight we will be covering the third row and fourth row, which is start from DOS key and ends with a host name. We will cover all 14 commands, and you're welcome to download this page. So let me go back to the presentation here. If I go back to this Windows kind of HTML version of this PowerPoint, so I have it on HTML version, and then I'm showing you that I have already opened a command prompt here. So with the DOS key, we start practicing it and showing you what each command does. Again, this is part 2 of 5 from the 62 most useful commands. Some of them are a little bit older commands, some of them are newer commands. Doesn't matter, we're covering all of them here since at some point you all have been using all of them. So if I type in DOS key here, DOS key itself, actually, let me just do help DOS key. Just when you do help DOS key, it will just tell you the DOS key information. So making this screen bigger and then clear the screen, say DOS key /?, and then do a pipe more or help DOS key, it will tell you all the options that are with the DOS key. And notice that you have the option of /history, /insert new one, /macros, and everything else. And then you have these other macros and DOS key options that you have been using it, and then F7 and all that details are here. So you're welcome to practice it and read it, and if you don't understand it, consult this help desk. But if I just type in DOS key by itself, you can, DOS key by itself, you see that I'm on there. Now I'm using up arrow, down arrow, just to go through my commands. I can see that one. So if I clear a screen again and say, and DOS key /history, I can see all the history of all my commands. And with the combination of DOS key /history, and then you can do a find. So if you're looking for a command that you search for find string, then you can do search for that one and say, oh, I used at some point this, or maybe you use the system info, then you can just search for it. And then if you use that command with system info, and you could do /I here, and then system info like that. So to escape it now, you can see that these are showing in my history there. So like CD Wahid is there, then I can say, did I actually do a CD to Wahid directory? And then it will just show that, yes, I have it in my history. So find DOS key by itself /history give you the all the history right here. And you can just go through them and then memorize some of the command that if you to say, well, I did this F type last time, I'm going to run that command, and you just cut and paste that command here. Let's say, for example, Control C, or right click and just Control C out of this. And let me just do Control C and then Control V, then that would show that command. If there was anything associated with it, it will show. But at this time, I'm going to show you other commands, and then we just minimize this window here, and then we go through the list again later. So the next command is a driver query. What is driver query? Driver query, it shows you all your drivers that are installed on your system. So you can see the drivers, these are examples. Some of them requires like an IP address, a username, a system name, and so on. But something like /v and /z verbosely, you can get it, and then /z would give. So if the option here, like driver query, you could see /s, it requires a system, /u requires a username, /p requires a password. And if it doesn't have any argument like /v, you can see /v gives you a display verbose option. So for example, if you clear the screen here and make this screen bigger, you say and driver query. If you just don't give any argument, it gives you a list of all your drivers, and then the details of the whether this is a kernel based or some other file system or HTTP or anything. It will just show you those ones. But if you just say, well, that's too much, let me just do a pipe more on that one screen at a time, then you can see the module name is that for the driver. This is the driver name actually. Display name, whatever the host and the string name for that driver is. And what type of driver is this? Kernel based or in the link, the date that was created. All the details are here. So if you just say, no, that is not too much detail, I want a little bit more than that. So you could do a /v and then 5 more. So this one is a verbose mode. Notice that the same screen shows up with all the detail, but now you have more fields to look at: the driver type, the actual driver name, like the file that it is there, and then accept the stop, and whether it's running and it's paused or whatever, all the size of it, everything. So that is giving you the option there. With the /v, you have also an option of typing -v, the same thing. It is just basically giving you that information. So now on the actual page, I'm giving you like some of these options. So if you look for example, anything with the kernel name, just instead of more, do a find I and then say kernel. So now anything that is kernel based, that will list it there. And if you say that is good, but I want to see if there's any game there, and instead of kernel, just type in game here. Search for that game, and if there's any like Xbox game, the driver will be listed. And if you're looking like VirtualBox, VBox, and then virtual hosting for VirtualBox, it will list it there. Anything that you're interested, look at HTTP, for example. Then if the driver is found, it will tell you the name of the executable and everything that are actually installed. So that is for the driver query command, and you can get a list of them. Let's just clear the screen here again, and then do the next command. Echo is very simple. You say echo, and then if echo is on, it will just tell you. If you say help echo, by default, notice that you can set echo on or off, and that's like a toggle, and then you echo message. So if you say echo hello world, let's just write word in uppercase, and then it will just write that one. And if you say echo by itself, it just says echo on, and then if you say echo off, it is sets off. Now I type in version for volume, version name, or volume for volume name, run the date command, and then say date/t. Any command that I type in, I can do it. And then when I say echo, now the echo is off. Then I say echo on, it will just set my echo back on. So then in order to do it in the script, I wrote a script here called .batch. Let's see what I have. Here, I'm going to make the screen bigger, clear screen. So a directory of echo star.batch, and then I have the echo demo1.batch. In order to look at the content of it, I say type echo underscore demo1.batch, and it's a batch script. As you can see, I have the @ symbol, so it does not show these echo command as they are run. It's like the verbose option of fit on a Linux machine. Like normally you just want to echo the commands as well as execute it, then you set it that way with the debug option. But here, if you don't want to see the echo, you just do the @ sign here. So I'm going to show you this example here. On this example, basically, and this is a remark or comment. So clear the screen, and CLS is the command. And then @echo dot is basically making sure that I don't have, and this is like printing a new line. This is printing a new line. All this message, and let me just run it. You will see exactly what it does to the script. So if I just, because I'm clearing the screen, I don't need to clear my screen, but I'm going to do clear screen. So you will see everything on the top when I type it in. So the command was echo underscore, what was the name? Echo something. Let me just look at the start.batch. Okay, so echo demo1. So if I say echo underscore demo1, whether I type in the .batch or not type it in, it knows that that is a batch script. So last time I mentioned that executable .exec, .com and .batch will run, but the order is .com run first if the name is the same, .exec run second, and then .batch run third. So and this is script code running that way. And this is the first message. It says, welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. And some of the example of echo are related. Here I'm displaying the percentage date command, percentage to dereference the percentage date. And then here I'm using the other method of echo to say that if I want to run the date/t, it will produce this output. Then also I say, so the date today is a federal holiday in the United States to honor the life and legacy of the civil rights leader, Martin Luther King Jr. He was the noble person for the civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King. And today we are honoring his life and legacy for the civil rights. What a noble person he was. If you want to just read about Dr. Martin Luther King or just watch videos, you're welcome to go on Google and just type in Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Under the hall, you will see all these in details in every Wikipedia, all the information about him. And if you click on the images, you're basically seeing images of Dr. Martin Luther King. God bless him. Most likely is in the best place in paradise. And then what we want to do is just make sure that we provide freedom and civil rights for everybody, disregard to race and gender and ethnicity and everything. So if you go on the videos here, and the videos also, and there's a lot of videos, you're welcome to watch it. So I'm going back to our demonstration on this example, and let me come back here. We were discussing the echo, which I already covered with enough examples. Let me just go to the last part. Okay, so if I just do more on the echo underscore demo1.batch, I want to just show you some other method here. On the echo, as we are doing the echo, I'm also using the set command to set a variable. Well, I declare this variable to have this long string, and then as I just have the question, what is Martin Luther King's Jr. Day and how it is celebrated, then I have an answer, but the answer is written one string at a time to this file called echo demo1.txt. Notice this greater sign here, which I have it on the PDF highlighted in bold. So you know that this file gets created on the fly within this script. If it exists, it overwrites it because I'm using this greater sign. Then it appends to the end of it with this double greater sign. So this is redirection symbols that we are showing you on this one, but it is not on a part of the tables that I'm showing you. However, I'm just covering it for the redirection, so you know that you can create a file with the echo command, just instead of opening the notepad inside your script, you could just append to the end of it. So this will just print it, and then later on, the question, and when I say echo the question, it will just write this statement. And when I say echo, type the echo underscore demo1.txt, it will print the content of it. So let me just say type echo underscore demo1.txt. You can see that that's the content of this file that was created by echo statement. So if I run the echo underscore demo1.batch, whether I give the extension or not, it's gonna be still running the script, but this time I'm gonna run it with a batch. Notice the question will be shown, and then since I'm pausing here, it will just allow me to pause one screen at a time right here. So it shows this information, then it pauses then it asks the question and then answer the thing by just typing that file. So I hope you enjoyed the learning on the batch scripting as well. Let me go to the next command. The next command is erase. Erase is basically simple. If you just want to erase something, you basically create the file and you just do erase, clear screen. Let me go again and say help erase. And notice erase has some syntax. So let me just type it correctly. Help erase. Erase, you can see the /p for pause, /f for forcing it. If you just have the file read only, it will force it. And then S is subdirectories and so on. And on the actual YouTube, the presentation, I have given you examples of all of them. So if I just say demo1, for example, directory demo1.txt is there, and then I say copy demo1.txt as wahid.txt. I gave a different example here. I'm just gonna say, so if I say erase wahid.txt, it will just erase it. And then you have to type in erase correctly. Erase, and then it will delete it. So now if I just do the same copy command again, and then say erase wahid.txt, doesn't matter how many times I do it, erase will work. So I just wanted to pause it this time. So you say erase /p wahid.txt. And then it will just say, do you want to delete it? Yes or no. If you say no, it will not delete it. So if you do it again, it just this time say yes. Now if I just try it again, it says the file doesn't exist because I already erased it. So the option that are there is very meaningful. It does detect if the file exists or not. And you can also say copy demo1.txt into test1 directory, call it wahid.txt. Now, if I just want to delete wahid.txt from this one by typing erase and then slash, if I don't give any slash here, notice that clear the screen. Directory test1 is there, wahid.txt is there. I want to say erase and then say test1 /wahid.txt. It's going to say the system could not find the file. So I just missed the directory name correctly. So I'm going to say test1 and see if the file directory test1 is wahid.txt was erased. So and without giving the /subdirectory, automatically it deleted. But if the file is down to some subdirectories, you don't have to give the name. So let's say copy wahid demo1.txt into test1. This time I'm going to say wahid.txt and then say directory test1. And then now this time I say erase /s and then if I don't give the directory name, because I just say slash, it should find out if there's any file. And now it knows that it found it in here. So it found it, and then now directory of test1 doesn't have it. Since I didn't have wahid.txt here, it searched on subdirectories and found it. Notice the /s flag. So and the /s flag, you don't have to give the file. So if I say make dir a/b/c, and then I say, okay, now dir of let's say just say copy demo1.txt into a/b/c, and then just call it wahid.txt here. This time, since directory A has the directory B, if I say 3 of A, notice that inside the A I have B and inside the B is C. But if I say 3 of this /f, notice that the file is wahid.txt in the C directory. So in this case, if I say erase /s wahid.txt, it will tell me that where it found it and it deleted it. So now do the same 3/a. This time the C does not have the content of wahid. So if I just want to remove directory A, B, and C, it just says that it's not empty. So in order to do that one, you just say /s for subdirectory. Now the A is gone. So So if I do this one, it just says this A directory is no longer valid here. So that's how /s flag works. I hope you like that one and practice with it. The exit command is very simple. Basically, if you just say cmd, cmd, I open it 3 times. I'm going to close it, the third one, the second one, and then now the fourth one. And if I just close one more time, it closes my main command prompt, which it did. So I'm going to just open up here cmd. And the CMD also has a /b. So if you don't want a command prompt to be closed, you just basically do it with /b. It will close the last batch script. So I'm gonna go to cd to demo1, or I'm sorry, cd to demo, and then clear screen there at this directory where I started off. I'm going to cover just to show you help on exit. You can see that it has a /b. It closes your current batch script, and then also has an error code that based on the error code, it has the error level that it's set for it. So on Unix and Linux, you could say exit, and between the bracket, you could put 1 to exit on the first error or second error, and then the error level will be set in that case. And similarly here. The next command is fc, clear the screen, and then help fc. And then fc is a little bit more here, so I'm going to just make this screen bigger. Clear screen, help fc. So as you can see, compare 2 files or set of files. And this one has option for performing binary /b. And then also if you want to go in ASCII characters comparison with /l and all that details. And if you don't provide by default, it just knows what type of file you have. Here, I'm just showing you clear screen and directory store.mp3. So if I just say fc demo1.mp3 and demo2.mp3. So since those 2 files are the same, it just says no differences. But if I do that one against a file that is different, like help.txt, not help.txt actually, let's say w2.txt and then .mp3, they're different. So you can see that they are showing you there the differences. But since I did not do a comparison on it in terms of like /b or binary, it will just show in a non-gibberish before, and it is still in ASCII character. So and it shows you the address and everything that are there. So now directory store.txt. If I just say let's do demo1.txt file comparison of demo1.txt and demo2.txt. They are the same, so it is there. And but if I just say, what about the demo3.txt? Are they different? Yes, they're different. So now if I say type demo1.txt, you can see the content of it, which says, welcome to MyWebUniversity for education videos. And then please subscribe for more videos like this. youtube.com /@MyWebUniversity, which is the handle. The next file is demo3.txt, and notice demo3 is only say this is a test. So this was the output of it and says that the 2 files are different, and that's how you distinguish it. And if you run this one with /a or any other option that is there, let's do it with the binary option. So I'm going to say /b. And it still is going to just show you, but it is just not in a good way that ASCII text are compared. So if you do help FC, notice that there's option with /L for ASCII. It should have been /A for ASCII, but A is already used, only first and last lines of this one. So this one is also good. /A will give you only first and last line that are different, so it will just show those ones. And then /L is going to do the same thing but in ASCII format, so we're going to get the output. So by default, if you don't give any flag, it will just do that. Okay, next command is find command. Find and find strings. I'm going to cover those two next. here, let me just clear screen. So if I just say help and then say find and then just say /I and then say copy command. So any command that was there and the find, I can search for it. So I could say move command, search for anything like system info find /I and then search for something like memory. So you could just get the memory information on the system. This /I means ignore it, the case. So I don't have to type in uppercase. If I just do this one without the I and I type in memory, notice that words or memory is in uppercase, it will not find it. So then it's going to just display something that is not meaningful to you. But then if you do memory like this, even like as short as that much, because this string matches the mem here, it will report it to you correctly. So this /I flag is really good for getting information. And if you just say CPU, for example, you will get the CPU. And if you type in OS name, it will get the OS name, the model, and this. So /I here, /I will just give you the CPU information. Okay, so CPU, let's say processor. Yeah, so processor, let me just clear the screen here and run the, instead of processor, I'm going to say OS name. I'm going to compare this command against the find string command. Find string command is doing the same thing, but if the output is matching more, find string is almost like recursively. So notice the difference. I'm getting more information when I do a find string on the same output. Notice that the first one was only giving this. Now the second one is giving that plus everything else on the OS name. So some other place that it was matched there, it goes recursively to the directory listing here. So again, you can do other commands, like if you don't do system info, if you don't do anything but type more, you can see that after the OS name, there's a lot more information. So the find string is going to match everything that are matching on the OS name. So clearing the screen, and then now dir of star will give you this list. But if you just say, yeah, I like that list, but I want to say find /I star dot find dot let's say MP3. So then you can search for everything that is related to MP3. So notice this is MP3, and if you say show me without the extension, I'm going to just say MP3. So now this time I'm going to not match case, so only shows the low uppercase MP3. But if I want to see both uppercase and lowercase, then I could do that with /I. And then again here, you could also do find a string also. So find a string would do the same thing. So here you just don't do this one. Again, I will just match only those two. Similarly with any other extension, if I just change this one to text, it will just show me the files that are text. Something that if I have any file with the batch script, I only have one batch script .batch, and then it's gonna just list those two, that one. So this is good. We just cover those two. Let's look at the next one. The next one is find for statement. For statement is a little bit detailed. I'm going to just cover that one quickly here. So clear the screen and then say help for statement. As you can see, for statement, it says a variable name %I. Whatever the variable that you use, it's case sensitive. You have to be very careful to do it. And then some of these options /L, for example, if you just do start, stop, end, like I did for even in odd numbers, you could just do that one. And then /R option, /D option, all of these flags are there for you. You can practice them, and they also give you for statement, the options, and then a variable name, and then file set, the range, and then do, and then what is the command that you want to do in there. Okay, so as an example, let's say I say for percentage I, if I use lowercase I, then I have to do the same thing here. So I could say 1, 2, 3. Let's say just for those 3 numbers, I could say do echo percentage I. And now it just says that one. But if I don't want to see the echo, I could just put @ symbol here to suppress that one. And now my keyboard just truncated the E here. So it will be like that. And then the next thing that you could do is, for example, on the range, if you just say here a command, like an output of percentage, percentage, let's say username, percentage. In order to do that percentage, username percentage, you actually have to do dereference it, use the percentage here. So now if I just use this one at uppercase, I is not going to understand it. It's going to do this. But that means the variable is not recognized there. So it is case sensitive for the variable name, and then like PowerShell and then other programming language. So that is what it's going to do here. And then set is one command that you could do, for example. And if you want all of the variables in output, you can do it in a for statement. But let me show you like user profile, for example. User profile is C:user. You could do set here and then find, and then the /I and then user. Let's say you do this one, those one that are there. And if you say username, then it's going to show that one. User profile, it's similar here. But if you just decide to say, well, I want to do that one in a for statement, and it just say this percentage, comma, another percentage, put it in the set, say percentage user, and you have to write it in uppercase, user profile, percentage. And then you close your set and then say do, and then at echo percentage, whatever you use uppercase I, you just use percentage uppercase I, and then that would do it. So let me clear screen because there's a lot of information there, and you could just see that one. So for percentage I in those variables, so that 1, 2, 3, whatever you want, you could do that one. And then if you want to use the range, like I did here for /L, and then you say percentage I, and you could just say 1, 2, let's do a 10, 2, and that would just say and do, and then at echo $, percentage I. I always say $, because of Unix. So let's just do this one too, and then comma 10. And then you have to do escape this keyboard. I have to make sure that it's done correctly. So that is for clearing your screen here. This one is for even numbers. So you could just say for odd numbers. So you can say just for example here the odd number is, and then here you can get the list of odd numbers. Similarly, if you want to just get the even numbers, start with 0. Start with 0, and then step 2, then you can get even numbers here. Percentage I, and then you could just say the even number is 0, 2, 4, 8. So that is for the for statement. Let's see the next state thing at format. Well, I'm not gonna just go through that one because we already demonstrated that you could do help format and basically format the disk and format A drive, format C drive, whatever you are going to just do and the format, and then the file system type, whether you want FAT32, 64 or extended file, and if you want to label it, all those options are there. And you have the GUI interface also to just format a disk or something. So what is the next command here? The next command is file type and GP result. So let's look at those two here. So help file type. File type basically shows you what is the file type of program, and then at the same time you can associate the file based on the extension to like Perl script is .this and .py would be Python script and so on. So if you just type in file type by default, it will just list all the file type for everything that's on your system. And then if you just say that's too much, I don't want to see all of them, you could say file type with -v for verbose. I'm sorry, help f type. So let's see, the file type here does not have the verbose maybe, but I'm going to try this one, clear screen, f type / question mark, and then it tells you the same thing that we got here. So if you want to just get the file type, since we already got that one, clear the screen and then say file type. And then when you do this, basically you can see the list comes on for a long, bigger list. It's better to say, for example, Excel, for example, if you're looking for the Excel or Python or something. So clear the screen, do a file type, and then find /I and then say Python. So this one will just list all the Python related one. Then you say file type, for example, for this Windows py.exec. Since that is py.exec, that means when you type in py.exec -- version, it will just show you this. Similar to Python 3 - version or Python -- version. So, and those ones will just show this one. If you type in Python 3, automatically you're dropped onto the Python interpreter. You exit out, and if you type in py.exec, that will also drop you to the Python interpreter. So there's many ways to do it, and this is some examples of associated files here. If you just say, okay, show me the Python with Excel, for example. So what are the Excel? You can see a list of them over here. So some of the executables also excel.exec here that you can see, for example, excel dot whatever name. So like here is another excel.exec. So some of them you could say file type and just type in this list. Whatever is before the equal sign, you could just get the list of them. So file type of, let's say, this one, add in. And then you can see that the add-in of line 16 is Office 16 is excel.exec. So that's how you get the file type associated, what is associated with. The next command is gp result. This is gp result is actually, let me clear the screen here and say help gp result. This is the global policy, and then just have these examples here. But I'm not going to run it on our system because some of them are specific to the user information. So group policies of the system. And you just basically group result, and it shows you the display the result of the set policy. But then /s for system, /user for domain and everything. And then you can see the /v for verbose. You can get the verbose, and then /z is for more verbose. And then you get the list of these messages for help, that the one similar. And you can run some of them. So if I just say gr result, just without the, gp result, without any argument, you could see it's telling me that you need actually a /v for verbose, or /z for more verbose, or question mark to just get it. But I told you I'm not going to run /v or /z options. And then if I'm not going to give the user flags or the IP address here that they're asking, or the host name and so on. So that one is for you to practice it at your computer. The help and host name is very simple. So I'm going to cover those two, and we are going to be done with this video. So let me just do help, is we already covered last time. If you type in help by itself, it gives you the rest of all the commands. And if you type in help type more, you will see one screen at a time. So any command that you want help on it, you just say help followed by the command itself. So help on CMD. And then whatever you want on the command, you just search it. And then if you just want a shorter name, you say help for example, let's say copy command, and then 5 more, it will just give you the screen. If it is more than one screen, you will get a one. And similarly for, let's say, X copy. And so any command that you're practicing, you are welcome to practice them and learn them through help command. The next command that was hostname. So if I just type in hostname, it tells me the machine that I'm currently logged on. This is the name of the machine. And then also, if you do set and then find /i and then say host, let's see if the host is, there's any variable. Normally on Unix, there's a variable also, and that you can type in host name and it will tell you that. And there's a host ID command. Here you are getting the host name basically. And then, so set gives you all the environment variables that are defined, and then host name will just give you the host name of the current machine, and help host name, if it doesn't give you in the help menu, it tells you that host name /? will just tell you how to use it, and print the name of the current host. So when I type in host name, it will just do it. Whether you write it in uppercase or lowercase, Windows automatically converted to uppercase, and it does it for you. Okay, so that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learn all of this one. And then next time we're going to just cover the commands from if statement through the replacement. That would be part 3. But just make sure that you go to our website on actually on YouTube channel, youtube.com, and then make sure that you subscribe and just watch the videos and make some comments so I can improve it based on your needs. And then this is MyWebUniversity free educational videos, and this is the YouTube channel that I have here. And then I'll post this video. You will find out the video with the description of it with the PDF files. So on the description section, I will have the PDF file. God bless you all. Take care. And God bless all of you guys, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King. God bless him. Rest in peace. Take care. Bye-bye.